What up, IDS Mob? Welcome to the Introvert Dating Success Show. I'm your host, HarryWilmington, and today we're going to be answering a question from a guy that wants to know if he should consider getting a woman's Instagram or social media instead of her phone number a soft rejection. By the way, guys, you can go to introvertdatingsuccess.com right now and sign up for the Introvert Dating Success Membership Academy. This is like the Netflix of dating advice, where you get hundreds of hours of tips that are readily available for you to watch and listen to. And you can actually go there now and sign up for a free 2-day trial. That's at introvertdatingsuccess.com. Check it out. All right, so let's get into this guy's question. So he says, would you consider Instagram a soft rejection? I feel that it is, but it's one that gives the woman the option to walk it back. He says if they like what they see, but I think he means if they don't like what they see. So this is a new age, because when I was, an early dater, back in the early 2000s, we didn't have things called social media. Facebook didn't arrive until 2003, 2004. And even then, it wasn't like you could really you only had a school to school. So if you weren't in school, you couldn't get Facebook and stuff like that until much later. So it's a relatively new situation. And so because that's an avenue that's available for people to use, a lot of times you might be out there in the dating world asking for women's numbers, and they might say to you, well, I can give you my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Facebook, my TikTok, whatever they got these days, right? And so here's my thing. Because it's another avenue of communication, it's not one that should be turned down. But in my opinion, it's not the best thing. And there's a variety of reasons for that. First of all, when a woman gives you her Instagram, right, that means that it's off the bat, you're going to be starting this off as more of a texting relationship. And what do I tell you guys all the time? Texting kills attraction. Now, if she gives you the social media information, that does not mean that it gives you an excuse to now try to just text her all the time on that social media platform. That's what she thinks is going to happen. But the reality is, most guys that are doing that, she's not keeping around. So whether she gives you the phone number, whether she gives you social media, your ultimate goal is not to be trying to text her all day long on these various platforms. Your ultimate goal is to get the date. So if she gives you her Instagram or Snapchat, whatever, then your goal should be trying to reach out to her to get a date. None of this like extra talking or trying to build rapport through texting or social media. Like, none of that's necessary, all right? Also, what I found is that this is actually a chance for her. This is like a mini test, all right? Very early on in the dating process, when you're trying to talk to a woman, you're trying to ask for certain things, she may throw things out there to you as a test to see if you're going to be able to either get the thing that you actually want, or to see if you're willing to argue with her a bit to get what you want. So in this example, let's say you ask her for the phone number and she says, well, I'll give you my Instagram, right? She's had so many guys that will acquiesce to get that, because their thought is just like, well, whatever communication I can get from her, I'll make it work. But what did you ask her for? You asked her for the phone number. So this is now a test for her to see if you're really going to go for what you actually want, which is the phone number, or if you're going to allow her feminine wiles to trip you up and just accept what she's giving to you. And so this is one of those tests where you have to be steadfast in getting the phone number. So you can either say, if she says to you, oh, I'll give you my Instagram, you can say, you know what, I'm not on Instagram, I don't use social media, but hey, give me a number. I promise I'll only call you 27,000 times a day. Now you're adding a little humor to it, but it's your way of saying to her, chick, give me the number. I'm not even playing with you. Give me the number or I'm walking away. Or if she's just adamant, well, I don't give my number out to guys, blah, 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 take that to mean that she's not interested. Or again, it could still be a test. Either way, your response should be, okay, then, well, hey, if we happen to run into each other in the future and you want to reach out, let me know. And then you walk off and then see if she chases you and says, no, I'll give you the number. Because the thing is this, again, you want a woman that's going to get down with your program. And honestly, women want to be with a guy whose program they could get with. So this is a very early on test to see if she's going to be able to make you get with her program, or if she's going to have to be like, you know what, let me give him the number and get with your program, all right? But here's the third reason that I really don't like the idea of getting social media, is because it's a two-way street, right? If you give her your social media, she can now spy on you, look at pictures, look at videos on whatever social media site you gave her, and she's going to be forming impressions about what you've posted and narratives about what you've posted. And for all you know, you guys could meet, you give her the social media, and you're thinking she's gonna hit you up later. She goes on your social media and starts scrolling through stuff and sees like your arm around another girl's like waist or whatever. And she has no context for what that is. Is this an ex? Is this a current girlfriend that you're trying to cheat on? Is this a possible relative? She has no idea, but she's gonna make a narrative. And there's more chances than not that the narrative she's going to choose is going to be like the one you don't want her to actually think, or that that's not the actual thing that you're trying to convey, but she's already making assumptions about it, all right? So that's why I don't recommend you give her your social media. I typically recommend not to even become friends with the woman on social media until you guys have actually gotten to be boyfriend and girlfriend, but that's for another day. And then also, if she gives you her social media, she might initially think that that's a good idea in the moment, but then let's say she goes on Instagram after like 5 minutes after she gives you the social media, right? And then she goes to her stories and she can see that you looked at her stories. Now she's gonna be thinking, well, dang, that was really quick. He's already looking at my stuff. Is he trying to spy on me? What's he trying to get to know about me? And so she's thinking it was a good idea when she gave it to you, but now she's having these second thoughts because she's realizing that she doesn't want a guy spying on her, or at least she doesn't want to know about it. Like it'd be different if like you went off and then Googled her name and her stuff came up and you were able to look at it without her knowing about it. Then she doesn't have any kind of mind frame about that at all. But if she gives you the stuff and then you go look at it and she can tell you're looking at it, that's going to make you seem like you're a little obsessive. Maybe you're a little needy because you're already trying to look into her social media and trying to see what she's about. And that's not a good lane either. So in my humble opinion, giving you her social media, it's not the best route. And it's not to say that it can't work out. I'm sure there are plenty of you all watching this that have examples of getting a woman's social media, being able to chat with her online and being able to make it work. And in fact, one could argue that technically if you're on a dating app, that's another form of social media, but that's social media with a purpose. You're both on a dating app, so you know you're both there to date, right? With Instagram and all this other stuff, it could be a thing where she's trying to like passively put you to the wayside, or maybe she's not as highly interested. But the point is this: is that in my personal experience, I have found I've had more success getting a woman's number and trying to connect with her in that way than I have through social media. And I'm a guy that's 40, but I've dated the gambit. I've dated women from ages 22 all the way to like 44. Across the gambit, people, I find that getting the phone number works, and I find that texting them not too often works because texting kills attraction. You're using the phone specifically to get the date. So whether you get her social media or whether you get her phone number, you don't want to be texting her through all hours of the night. You want to use it to get the freaking date. That's the important end all be all of this, is that regardless if it's social media or a phone number, you're using it to get the date. But if a woman's giving you her social media, it's a new day and age. Again, I could be out of it because I'm a little bit older. So if she's giving you that and that's the way you can happen to get a date from her, fantastic. But like, I say that's not the best route. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a total rejection, but a woman that likes you is going to give you the communication that you're asking for. So if you're asking to communicate with her by way of her phone and you're asking for the phone number, a woman that's highly interested will give you the phone number that you're asking for instead of trying to send you in 30,000 other different routes to try to eventually get to her in the first place. So hopefully, guy, that helps you out. Now, for those of you that have questions that you want me to answer on the show, you can write to me at HarryWilmington@gmail.com. Also, if you join the Introvert Dating Success Membership Academy, with that monthly payment that you're using for the academy, you also get unlimited email coaching from me. So you write me, and I'm able to assess your situation, and I'll write you back as quickly as possible. I've already got a few people in the academy who've already experienced this, and they're having some great results. So definitely consider checking that out. Again, you get a 2-day free trial to test it out to see what it has to offer. If you like it, stay on. If you don't, you can quit, but you'll still get some knowledge either way, all right? Thank you guys for watching this show. I am Harry Wilmington, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. I'm out. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Introvert Dating Success Podcast. Visit us at introvertdatingsuccess.com for more great tips on attracting women using your natural introvert charm. Oh, yeah.